Hello again. My name is John Lonardo III, and I am here with our 13th devotional on the Sermon on the Mount, the greatest sermon ever given. Today, our topic is benevolence. We are to show care and kindness to all, but we do not do it for the same reasons that people of the world might show care and kindness to others. Today we have one verse in Matthew's Gospel, chapter number 5. That is verse number 42. I'm going to read that verse and then we'll get started. Give to him that asketh thee, and from him that would borrow of thee, turn not thou away. All around us, there are people in need. Sometimes people come up to us knowing that we are Christians or people who pray, and they'll ask us either for help in a certain area or to pray for them or a problem in their life. If we have a way to fill that need, it is our duty to fill it. If our resources or time can help them, we should give to them. After all, everything we have been given has been given to us by God. So ultimately, it is not even our stuff that we're giving away. We are doing what the Lord wants, which is to fill the needs of others around us with what He has blessed us with. The second half of this verse, when I was preparing this message, I was struggling quite a bit, really understanding what it said. Just the way the words were formulating just didn't make sense to me. The second half being, and from him that would borrow of thee, turn not thou away. Now, in my Bible, there was a footnote pointing to Luke chapter 6, verses 30 through 35. So I flipped there, and reading that certainly helped me out a lot. And I'm going to read those verses right here. Give to every man that asketh of thee, and of him that taketh away thy goods, ask them not again. And as ye would that men should do to you, do ye also to them likewise. For if ye love them which love you, what thank have ye? For sinners also love those that love them. And if ye do good to them which do good to you, what thank have ye? For sinners also do even the same. And if ye lend to them of whom ye hope to receive, what thank have ye? For sinners also lend to sinners to receive as much again. But love ye your enemies, and do good, and lend, hoping for nothing again, and your reward shall be great, and ye shall be the children of the highest. For he is kind unto the unthankful and to the evil. We are not to give to gain anything. If we give with the purpose of receiving, we are no different than the world, because even the world does this. And if we are no different than the world, then why would anyone want to trust in Christ or become a Christian if ultimately we are the same as those in the world? Why would anyone ever go to church if you invited them to basically, in what would be their eyes, wasting or blocking up their entire Sunday morning? Why would they go there if there is no difference between you and them? If Christ is a part of our life, then we should act differently in all situations. We should live our lives differently, and people will see that and want that. But if they look at our life and say, hey, there is no difference between him and I, why would I go seek this Christ he speaks of? So we are to be a set apart people. We are to act and think differently than the world, which is why we must give for different reasons than the world, because the world does give to their own. They do good things. There are many organizations out there which help people, but they don't have an ounce of Christianity in them. Sure, they help people, they help the needs they have here on earth. They certainly don't help their spiritual needs, but they do help them. They help them be able to eat, they help them be able to do all sorts of things. So even the sinners will do good unto others. But the reason that we do good unto others is to point to someone greater than us. Is to point to our Master who has given us everything we have in the first place. Is to point to Jesus and say, follow him. If a need is presented to you, and you know that if you lend them whatever to fill that need, and you know 100% that they will never return what you lent to them, you still are to lend to them. Because when you give or lend, you are not doing it to receive, or you shouldn't be. Verse 34, Luke chapter 6, And if ye lend to them of whom ye hope to receive, what thank have ye? For sinners also lend to sinners to receive as much again. What little faith does it show if everything we have is given to us by God, and we're not going to give a little bit of that to someone else because we want to ensure that we're going to get it back in return? Well, who's to say God isn't just going to take what he's given you? If we look at the parable of the talents, where one servant was given 1 talent, another, there was different numbers given. I don't have this written down in front of me, so I'm spacing on it. But 2 of these servants grew the amount that their master had given them. And they were good servants and grew what they had been given. It wasn't theirs, but they grew it. And then there was one servant who took his talent and buried it in the dirt. And when the master returned, he said, Thou wicked and slothful servant. He did not do anything with what he was given. He did not invest it. He did not give it to help others. And because of that, he was a bad steward. On this day, I challenge you to give unto those who are in need, but do not give with the hopes of getting something back, even if that's in a karma-style situation where if you help someone now while you have things to be able to help others, then down the road when you're in the same situation, someone else will help you. This too is a wrong way of thinking. Because sure, that's a hypothetical down the road situation, but you are still giving with the hopes of receiving. I hope that this message helped you out today. God bless and have a great rest of your day.